Hillsborough Television News Breaks, connecting you to county events.
Welcome this morning. Unleashing the Power of Age. Now, how beautiful is that? For over 50 years, May has been a month to appreciate the aspirations of our older Americans and your contributions to our communities. The theme for this year's Older Americans Month, 2013, Unleash the Power of Age. It has never been more fitting. I think our elders are very productive people these days. They're active and influential members of our society. This year, we need to think about what we can do to help them to unleash the power of age. Because aging is not lost youth, but a new stage of opportunity and strength. So unleash the power of creativity, unleash your power of love, unleash your power of togetherness, unleash your power of perseverance, unleash your power of wonderment, unleash the power of experience. We honor all of you today.
I'm very grateful to look at this room with standing room only and think of the collective years that are in this room. I was talking to Dad the other day, and he's 92, and my wife and I were there, and we were working at the house, and Dad and I had a little disagreement on the way that something should be done. And he looked at me and he says, you know, collectively I've got more years than the two of you put together, so trust me, I know. And you know, he did, so we did it his way, and it turned out to be right. But you know, it is so wonderful that we have the ability to draw on all that experience in our community. You know, we look ahead, and everyone likes to talk about new ideas and fresh new perspectives and where we're headed. But if you stop and you think about it, with every direction of where we go, it's always based on where we've been. And you can't build a good building without a strong foundation. You can't have a strong foundation without knowing what is down below it, and you know, and having that experience gives you the ability to do that. And looking in this room and looking at each and every one of your faces, I want to assure each and every one of you that we at Hillsborough County and the City of Tampa are so grateful for the hard work, the dedication, the volunteerism, the love that you provide back to not only your families, but to our community as a family.
I think this occasion really celebrates a breaking down of the walls, a transformation that's happening in our community, that the city and the county, our state, our federal partners, we're all working together to help celebrate and recognize the importance of elderly citizens here in our community. It's something that will make us the best place to live in the state of Florida. And it will also recognize that when we are judged at the end of the day of how important it is to live here in the community, that people will see that it's that value, it's how much we value your existence here. And I think it's so important. And I wanted to just make those comments to honor and recognize our older citizens here in the community, that we recognize the contributions that you make to our families, our community, and really our state and our society. When Older Americans Month was established back in 1963, now granted that was 50 years ago, so we are really celebrating an anniversary here today. Only 17 million Americans had reached their 65th birthday. Today, 2013, over 40 million Americans are over the age of 65. But I just want to say, let's recognize the valuable resource our seniors are in this community, that they have the institutional knowledge, the wisdom. They have so much that we can learn from. And that's what we should celebrate today. This occasion should celebrate today, is how important our seniors are to our community. Thank you very much for allowing me to come here today.
As deputy superintendent, he supported the superintendent's office and the divisions of administration and curriculum instruction and student services and federal programs. Mr. Otero received his bachelor's degree in education and social science in 1975 from the University of South Florida and a master's degree from the University of Tampa in administration in 1980. In 1981, he received his supervision endorsement from the University of South Florida. So he is a giant in our school district, and he will be for a long time to come, even though he is retired and enjoying his time. But it is now my pleasure to indeed introduce to you our retired deputy superintendent and your guest speaker, Ken Otero.
My mother did a good job writing that for him, didn't she? That was great. Thank you. Unleashing the power of age. You know, when they asked me to speak about that topic, I thought, why would they ask such a young man to speak about unleashing the power of age? You know, but then I got home and I looked in the mirror and I said, answered my own question of why they asked me to do that. But you know what? Getting old is not so bad. Really, it's not. I mean, yeah, you got some aches and pains in the morning, and you got to read the obituaries, make sure you're not there, you know, that kind of stuff. But look at it this way, you don't need a comb. That's great, you know, forget hairspray, save a lot of money. I mean, and the best part is this, like, you can wear a belt. You don't have to walk around holding your pants, you know, with your butt hanging out. I mean, that's good, that's pretty good right there. And you don't have to walk around looking at the phone, you know, going around texting everybody. That's the craziest thing in the world. They're sitting in the front seat texting somebody in the back seat. Now, what's that all about? You know, you can go around without earphones stuck in your ears. Man, I mean, so really, it's pretty good. But, you know, let me ask this question. Who in here has ever been 18? Raise your hand. You've been 18, right? Wasn't that great when you knew everything? I mean, you had the answer to everything. You knew everything. And your parents and your grandparents, they were just dumb. They didn't understand nothing. They were old-fashioned. They were this, they were that. And then what happened in your life? You grew up. A lot of you had children of your own. And all of a sudden, those older people became geniuses. Overnight, like a butterfly coming out of a cocoon. They just got smart. You don't know what happened. They went from dumb to smart overnight. Unbelievable. You know what? Those people and those 18-year-olds, those young people, and us when we were that age, you know, we may have known everything, but there were two things that we were lacking: experience and wisdom. And, you know, I'm going to read you the definition of experience. It's from the dictionary. Yeah, I got a dictionary now. You know, actually, you don't have a dictionary anymore. They get in the computer and say, give me the definition of experience. And boom, there it is. You know, forget about that big, remember you used to go to the library, had that great big dictionary up on the stand. That don't even exist anymore. But anyway, the definition of experience: direct observation of or participation in events as a basis of knowledge. Now, that's a definition, right? You know what the real definition is? Been there, done that. Right? Been there, done that. You've already... all that they've read about, all that, you've already been there. We've already been there. We've been there. We've done that. We know what it is. I don't read it. Wisdom. The quality of having experience, knowledge, and good judgment. The quality of being wise. You know what that is? Common sense. Right? Unfortunately, it's not a common virtue, but common sense is what that is. Now, we have a challenge. All of us in that generation. We have a challenge. Do you realize we make up 13% of the population of this country? Okay? 13%. but we have 90% of the knowledge in this country. So now think about that. We're only 13%, but we have 90% of the knowledge. What do we have to do? What is our challenge? Right? One thing, we got to get them to wear a belt, right? That's one thing. But the other thing is, we have to share that knowledge. We have to share so that those young people don't carry the same scars we did. That they can, people talked about being on the shoulders of others, so that they can stand on the shoulders of us, of the people who know what it is to live life, to go through all the experiences, so they don't. And more important, so they can carry it a step above. Like Emerald, they got to kick it up a notch. They have to carry it. Somebody once told me, it was an older person too, I was young at the time, so I thought he didn't know nothing either. But anyway, he did. He said, always leave a place better than you found it. And that's what we need to make sure, that this young generation, that we share that knowledge. We don't keep it to ourselves. Two things. One, they need to make the world a better place. And two, they need to get good jobs so they can pay our Social Security. So we need to make sure that we do that we don't keep that within, that we get out there, we share, we save them from making those mistakes, we give them a basis to go forward. Because you know what? Ability is ageless. And we all have the ability, regardless of what other obstacles we have. We have the ability to help young people become better citizens. And that's your challenge. I'm going to end this with a phrase, a part. I'm going to ad-lib it a little bit, but it's from a country song. I don't know if anybody here listens to country music, but it's from a country song, and it's so true. And it says, we aren't as good as we once were, but we're as good once as we ever were. So with that, thank you, and God bless.
Whereas gifts of wisdom are bestowed by older Americans, and they share their talents, experience, accomplishments with the younger generation, and strengthen the bonds between neighbors, creating a better place to live. And whereas this year's theme for Older American Month is Unleash the Power of Age. I love that. Signifying that today's older Americans are more productive, active, and influential members of society. And whereas the Tampa Housing Authority will honor seniors throughout its public housing communities and in the city of Tampa during the month of May as part of Older American Month with programs and special activities, including the annual Elder Affairs Day celebration on May 9th, 2013. Therefore, Mayor Bob Buckhorn, Mayor of the City of Tampa, has proclaimed the month of May 2013 as Older American Month in the City of Tampa. Thank you for all you do.
During our May 1st County Commission meeting, the board designated the month of May as Older Americans Month, and it's my pleasure to read this proclamation to you today, which states, whereas Hillsborough County is home to more than 218,000 citizens aged 60 years and older, and whereas Hillsborough County's Division of Aging Services is committed to valuing all individuals and recognizing their ongoing life achievements, and whereas the older adults in Hillsborough County play an important role by continuing to contribute experience, knowledge, wisdom, and accomplishments, and whereas our older adults are active community members involved in volunteering, mentorship, arts and culture, and civic engagement, and whereas our community can provide opportunities to allow older citizens to continue to flourish by emphasizing the importance of elders and their leadership, by publicly recognizing their continued achievements, presenting opportunities for older Americans to share their wisdom, experience, and skills, and recognizing older adults as a valuable asset in strengthening our communities. And whereas the Hillsborough County's Division of Aging Services recognizes the unique needs of older citizens by hosting a number of senior events throughout the month of May. including the annual Elderly Affairs Day celebration, Seniors Prom, Let's Move walks, a disaster preparedness series, and the National Senior Health and Fitness Day. Now therefore be it proclaimed that the Board of County Commissioners of Hillsborough County, Florida does hereby set aside the month of May 2013 as Older American Month in Hillsborough County and urges all residents to join in recognizing the outstanding accomplishments of Hillsborough County's older adults executed the first day of May 2013, signed by all 7 of the Board of County Commissioners. And it's my privilege to present this proclamation. And who would you like me to? Ben Thomas. Yes. Okay. Ben, come on up.
And now, the best part of the whole day is we're going to recognize our seniors. I'm going to first ask Miss Helen Willis from Bethune High Rise if she would come forth. Ms. Willis has been a resident of Bethune High Rise since 2005. She has been an active member of the Bethune High Rise Resident Council for 2 terms. She volunteers for resident council activities, and she also participates in other residents' activities such as potluck luncheons, bingo, shopping, and the likes. Ms. Willis is active in her church and other organizations in the community, and Ms. Willis is worthy to be recognized for her outstanding service. Mr. Smith has been a resident of Jail Young Gardens since September 2001. In that time, he has positively influenced and inspired so many individuals on this property. Turning his limitations into inspirations, Mr. Smith has overcome major physical barriers with a winning attitude. With great wit and charm, this resident is known to light up the room at every social gathering, and that he is. The high level of citizenship that he displays is noteworthy. Mr. Smith is humble, trustworthy, and shows compassion to everyone. He cares about his community and never backs down from any opportunity to lend a helping hand. For these reasons and so many more, it is a pleasure to honor and recognize Mr. Eugene Smith.
Stephanie.
Mr. Christensen has been a resident of North Boulevard Home since 1994. He has been an exceptional resident that has volunteered his services to help other senior citizens. Mr. Christensen helps them by being a handyman around the house, which includes fixing small appliances and changing light bulbs. He also assists with grocery shopping and putting up groceries of his neighbors who need assistance. Mr. Christensen is very dedicated within the community with his local church. He assists with various fundraisers for the church's needs. His current activity at El Sabi, that was good, Missionary Baptist Church, was selling dinners for their pastor's annual homecoming service. Mr. Christensen continues to be a great asset to his North Boulevard community and to his family. Congratulations, sir.
Good morning, everyone. Tampa Housing Authority, in recognition of Older Americans Month Outstanding Community Service Award, presented to Marion F. Holmes for your exemplary community service and contributions for the enhancement of quality of life to your community. May 9th, 2013, Tampa Housing Authority, and it is signed by all of the Board of Commissioners, which includes me, and our theme is Unleash the Power. We present this to you, Ms. Holmes. Thank you.
For grateful appreciation of your outstanding service and dedication to the community, May 9th, all right, Mr. Smith, May 9th, 2013, Tampa Housing Authority Board of Commissioners, Dr. Hazel Harvey, Chairperson, Robert Schemberg, Vice Chairperson, M.G. Manny Alvarez, Jr., James A. Clore, Billy Griffin Johnson, Reuben E. Padgett, and Ben Waxman. Unleash the Power of Age. President and CEO Jerome Ryans, and Mr. Leroy Moore, who's standing on the back wall back there, Vice President, Chief Operating Officer. God bless you. I promise.
I have the distinct pleasure of recognizing 2 awards today, and both of them are near and dear to my heart. The first one because when I'm not wearing my commission hat, I'm running a communications company dealing with advertising and PR and marketing. And this husband and wife team, that's what they do. And it's for the Town and Country Center. And, they handle all of the communications that's going on there to get the word out to seniors on the great programs and services that are at their disposal. Wanda and Hugh Sullivan, for being a positive role model who impresses on a daily basis other older adults through your outstanding commitment in the activities and as vital members of their community this 9th day of May 2013.
Thank you.
Our next award goes to a person who has also contributed an outstanding amount of time and effort and love to the community that she serves. And it's in the Brandon area at the Brandon Community Center. She has been a member of the Brandon Advisory Council for a number of years, and what she does for them is the job that nobody else wants to do. That's the fundraising person. The one who's got to reach out there and get the dollar and bring it in so that we can do the wonderful programs and services that people so much need. And she's had that tough challenge, and she has turned it into a tremendous success. One of her most recent successes is she did a yard sale at the Davis Park, which is adjacent to the center, and it was the most successful event in the history of the Brandon Community Senior Center. And she brought in more than enough to not only do the services that they normally do in the programs, but to help anchor some new needed ones that they never thought they would be able to do. So please join me in thanking her, even though she's not here today. She is a blessed part of our society and our community, and we are so grateful for the love that she shares. Mary, thank you.
Carolyn Mann Davis has been an active member of the Brandon Senior Citizens Advisory Council since 2009. As a member of the Advisory Council, she has been instrumental in the development of activities that engage all seniors at the center, planning parties, recreational trips, and appreciation ceremonies for senior citizen members. When Ms. Davis isn't planning those events, she's teaching a croquet class, typing the nutrition program calendar, or collaborating with the center staff to enhance activities for other activities for the seniors. She also acts as an advocate for our seniors and helps keep them focused on stimulating both bodies and minds. Let's congratulate Ms. Carolyn Mann Davis. And this reads to Ms. Carolyn Mann Davis for being a positive role model who inspires other older adults to continue to be an active, vital member of the community on this 9th day of May 2013, as signed by all 7 members of the County Commission. Mr. Davis, thank you so very, very much. Robert Simmons joined the Brandon Senior Center in January 2013. But in a short span of time, he's become the go-to person at the Center for help with the digital media. He also produces memories for the seniors, copying all the monthly Senior Center photographs on DVD for all the senior participants to see and enjoy. When he's not being the media guru, he's teaching an exercise class, which you can see. Or helping other seniors with activities. Mr. Simmons also become a member of the Jubilaires, the Brandon Choir group that has honored here last year for their musical contributions to the community. Congratulations to Mr. Robert Simmons. You retired military?
Yes, sir.
I can see that, man. Congratulations. And it reads to Mr. Robert Simmons for being a positive role model who inspires other older Americans to continue to be an active, vital member of their community this 9th day of May 2013. Mr. Simmons, thanks so very much for what you do. And thank you for your service also.
Thank you all so much for coming. Thank you for sharing all that you share with us on a daily basis. And in case you don't know, I'm your resident commissioner. So I live in affordable housing. I live in Tampa housing. And I go home every day to the same things that you go home to. But utilize me because I'm also an advocate for you. So if there are occasions when there's something you think you might want to institute at your place, if Ms. Gilmore's not available, give me a call. I'll be happy to work with you. And I thank you. Let's go get some food and dance and have fun. Thanks, everybody, for coming on behalf of the Tampa Housing Authority Board of Commissioners. Thank you.
We're very proud and honored to partner once again with the Housing Authority to sponsor this event today and all of the activities that follow. We hope that you will enjoy those activities, and I just want to say again thank you to the Housing Authority Commissioners, to the Hillsborough County Board of Commissioners for their unwavering support as evidenced by their presence here this morning. I mentioned the commitment that this county has to its vulnerable citizens, and particularly its seniors. We have many initiatives scheduled throughout this month and throughout the year, and I just wanted to give a little honorable mention to one new one that we'll be initiating. We are very, very grateful to have centurions in our community, seniors who've made it to the 100-year mark and beyond. And isn't that amazing? I don't know if we have any here today. But we are going to start an initiative that we commemorate their longevity with a letter of recognition from Hillsborough County. So I just wanted to mention that because we need you to tell us who those centurions are. So certainly, if you're aware of people who have reached that distinguished mark in their lives, please let Mary Jo or myself know. You can contact us through our Hillsborough County website or by calling the Division on Aging, and we will make sure that the county expresses properly its gratitude and appreciation for them and their longevity. So I just wanted to make sure we kind of got the word out about that. Please spread it around. Again, I want to thank everyone who has participated in making this day what it is. And I hope that you will greatly enjoy the rest of your activities today. I want to thank our guest speaker, Mr. Otero, who again gave me encouragement about this birthday I just had. He's told us how we can age gracefully and why we should feel good about it. And certainly our awardees are living proof that getting older means experience and wisdom, and we should feel good about that.
For more news and information, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, or watch us on YouTube. This program was brought to you by Hillsborough Television. Visit our website at htvonline.org.